Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate it. As always, we're going to do some ZRL. We're doing London Loop reverse. This will likely end badly for me. That's just how it goes. And it looks like we got Ash in the race. Ash says, going head to head on this one. Zwift Racing app has you 12th, me right behind at 13th. Generally speaking, Zwift Racing app lies and lies very hard. It clearly predicts based on some power numbers, and I clearly don't know how to ride them properly to get the results that it expects me to get. Yeah, so we will see. 12th would be a huge result for me, but I don't think that's what's necessarily going to happen here. Hey, King Clancy. So we're just warming up. Like I said, we're trying to level up this BMX. It's kind of how it's going. I'll probably do the Zwift bikes and go after the Tron at the end of the day. But we'll see. We shall see. Got to work on getting that ethos up, and then maybe it's just a matter of doing the Specialized Venge, which is a nice flat course bike and a tad bit faster. Hey ho, Snows. Oh no. Well, I don't know, if you're in my boat, that's not a bad thing. I usually start spinning, and my race doesn't start till 4:30, at least a half hour of kind of steady state. I mean, I did some stretching. I'm not the best person to follow warm-ups. A lot of people like to do higher kind of things. I just like to get moving. Hey Nathan, nice race this morning, man. Hey Miguel. This course is not fun. It's not fun. Just so you know, Miguel will be racing this. He is racing up in B. After this stream ends, we will be heading over to Miguel's channel to check out the replay. So if I manage not to bore you to death with some mid-pack antics, by all means, make sure that when we send you over to Miguel's, that you throw him a thumbs up, that you like, you subscribe to his channel, all that kind of good stuff. He is doing some fantastic stuff out there. So we'll be raiding him later. Or, even better, get both streams going, and you can watch the action of multiple races going on, because we're all going to be kicking through this. Thanks, MK, appreciate it. I saw your thing about molasses just before I jumped on the bike here. I did that yesterday. That could have been the difference between where I finished and finishing higher. To be honest, like, sometimes that little sugar kick helps. I'm an hour early. How am I an hour early? Oh my God, you're right. Oh, the craziness. Well, I'm gonna bore the living hell out of all of you then. An hour and a half, what the heck? Oh, crazy, crazy. Crazy, crazy. Well, then there'll be a lot of chit-chatting and a lot of slow pedaling. Yeah, so this will like be the ultra long one. How did I get my time all messed up? Oh, no. I'm just poorly organized as is tradition. I'm so used to starting at like, oh, that's right, my meeting ended early. See, I'm so used to basically getting home, scrambling, getting on the bike, and then ready to race. Well, especially if I go low pace. I mean, I am not known for my intense warming. Oh, you know, it's all good. I'm here for the panic. I'm here for the causing some mishaps and all that kind of stuff. It's good because my back is a little being a little temperamental, so it'll give me time to stretch and chit chat. I need another camera that kind of has the back area. You gotta like run some cords. And problem is when you get to multiple video thing, you're better off doing HDMI and having a switcher. Having multiple web cameras is just gonna basically mess up your computer. It's gonna overload it. I mean, I got this thing probably overloaded to begin with all the crap that I have attached, so. Yeah, exactly. I don't even do that. The 15-second sprint, no way. Saving that for the end. Saving that for the end. Now, this course is definitely a struggle for a lot of people, man. Like it's a hard route. Mainly because of that kick up at the beginning. So you kind of like, you get worried you're gonna fall off the end, you go too hard. There's a whole bunch of things that can happen to people in this race. I got the recon for the next race up for those of you interested. A route that I will call escalator up, escalator down, because that's what it is. Yeah, it is definitely brutal. It's of course not fun. I mean, I don't know what is worse, New York or this. Like, I kind of wish we were going Box Hill route. Box Hill route, I find a little more tolerable, in a weird way. But at the end of the day, it's a lot of climbing. It's a lot of climbing. It's only 3 6 to 7 minute efforts, but it's a hard 6 to 7 minute effort. That's the thing. And if you time those wrongs, you're done. You're done. It's and the thing is, like I said, always with racing, it's like what you want to do your race at is not necessarily going to be the pace that is dictated. You know, if you want to go hard and you're the person going the hardest, that's great, but you know, then it's fine, you're dictating the pace. But if you're not dictating the pace, it puts you in a spot of trouble. I use a service. I use audio.com. Why I use them is because way back in the day, like there are other services out there like Epidemic Sound and a whole pile of them. Epidemic Sound probably being one of the more popular. And they rope you into a monthly subscription. Now with audio, when they first came out, is probably about, I want to say 5+ years ago, they had a $99 lifetime commitment thing. Now at that point, it was probably a bit of a risk, in the sense like you don't know if these companies are going to make it or not. But for 99 bucks I paid, because I was paying $12 or $13 a month for Epidemic Sound. So I just figured if I get a year out of it, and even if they go bankrupt and shut down tomorrow, I will be on top. Money-wise. And it's been going on several years now, so it's probably one of the best investments that I have. Basically, you get licenses or master and sync rights for your videos. If there's any problem, you just dispute it in YouTube, put the license number in there, it's cleared usually within a day or so. And all your earnings are held in escrow. So it's not a big deal. Decent music. I mean, it's not top stuff, but you pay for top stuff. Like you can pay a lot for licensing of music. I know when I made the DVDs way back when, like licensing was a big thing. You know, we had to negotiate with record labels what exactly things look like in order to get songs and videos. It's just the nature of the beast. Music is its own beast. Music industry, you know, there's a lot of clout there, a lot of people making money, and they want to continue to make money, which is fine. I believe every artist deserves to get paid. So, I mean, for me, you know, I want to make sure that all my music is licensed and supported and all that kind of stuff. I just had to do it, which was economically viable for me, and that's what this happened to be. So, yes, I do get earnings. Yes, I do get pennies on the video. So that's all I can afford to pay for music is pennies on the video. That's how that works. You know, we're here for the fun anyways, so I mean it's all good. It's all good. It's a slow grind, you know. YouTube, you grow slowly, and you know, the whole point is do what you love and do what you enjoy. And I mean, I love the creative side of things. If you guys haven't figured that out, especially with my AI toy, most definitely at the end of the day, like it allows me to do things that I couldn't afford to do otherwise. Like the production value is crazy. You know, a lot of people hate the AI stuff. I look at it as a tool, and a tool that, you know, in 5 years, everybody will be using to their advantage. And there's just no denying it. Yeah, it's, you know, it's, there's, like I used to do a lot of stuff with YouTube Calgary. I used to host events for them and do things, and, you know, a wide variety of creators well beyond kind of what I do. And, you know, some very talented people doing some very interesting things. But it's always interesting because, you know, in the creator side of things, there are people that are definitely, you know, looking to make a business out of it, looking to do all that kind of stuff. And, you know, there's some people that think that it's an easy way to get rich, which for some people it has been. But for the vast majority of people, it is, you're doing it because you love it. And that's kind of it. You know, and you're, you know, 10 years in the making. I have some friends that are rather large YouTubers, but it was like, you know, 5-10 years in the making, and then when they make it, it's like everybody comes out of the woodwork, and it's interesting to watch. It's definitely an interesting kind of thing. You know, coming from the old school kind of movie industry where you had to get sponsors, where you had to get people to bill or like sponsor your film so you could get it made, and then make it, and then hopefully that it did well enough that you would make enough money to make some money, you know, through selling DVDs and rights and premieres and all that kind of stuff. It's a lot easier now for somebody to make money. You know, like the hardest thing I will say in making a film is the advertising side of things and getting people on board. And like, I mean, to be honest, the fact that what YouTube does is find advertisers to place against your videos and takes a 50% cut. I mean, that's all right. I mean, I would much rather ride my bike and do fun things than, you know, try to track down sponsorships and sponsorship deals and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, obviously it's changed those kind of things. If you're looking to make a big mountain bike production or a big bike film, it's going to take a lot more now to convince people in the industry to kind of fork over and support you, because I mean, there's so many people doing it, and they can get in quite cheap, I guess, in a sense. It'll pay off down the road. Any project is a 10-year journey. Oh yeah. And that's why I'm saying you got to love what you do, and you got to love the process, and you know, that way it's not like work. Because if you're, you know, like I think the vast majority of us, we work and then we do this. You would drive yourself nuts if this was a job. I mean, I'm going to ride the bike anyways. It's kind of how I look at it. I'm going to race anyways. You know, some of it is work, like, you know, the recons. Nathan will tell you, like, they're work. You gotta put in the work for those, right? Like, they take a little bit of time. And mine aren't terribly complicated. Mine are just exactly what I'd want to see, is just a short brief and to the point. This is the course, here it is, blah, blah, blah. That's, you know, that's why I create it the way I do. Just because, you know, it's, I mean, to my own demise, I guess, in some ways, like, I am a creator that creates for myself, because if you're not creating for yourself and you're not enjoying what you're doing, and you don't enjoy that, you're gonna stop at some point. That's just how it is. Like, if you're not enjoying something, don't force yourself to do it. You know, a lot of you that have been longtime viewers of the channel will know that the vlogs disappeared kind of this year. It's just because they were a lot of work, and I just wanted to ride and I still film stuff and I still have memories and stuff, and I might not share it on YouTube, and it's just kind of like I didn't want to feel the pressure of having to have a story during a ride or something that was necessarily entertaining. I just kind of wanted to go do what we do, and that's ride. I mean, there's a couple of vlogs that came out because there was, things happen, but I mean, I'm filming anyways and taking photographs anyways. I just do that normally, but I just didn't want to, the pressure of, I have a good friend, Mitch on Two Wheels. I didn't want the pressure of going out and I need to get a vlog today because I don't have a video this week, which is crazy to me. And to me, that's too much pressure on somebody for something like that. I record so I can look back on riding races, something interesting happened, like yesterday's huge 15-person lead up. Exactly. It's a good, I mean, I do the same thing. It's, I definitely get around to producing the epic rides that we do. So a lot of times, when we do Longview, which is like a 2,000 meter climb, that ends up, getting recorded and vlogged and all that kind of stuff. And, I do produce stuff that I do keep hidden that I don't even actually produce. This is too late for ZRL, I'm already tired. I know, and I'm super early, Joe. Apparently, I'm just my internal clock's all messed up. Yeah, it's Nathan agrees. It's anybody who creates will know what I'm talking about. It's like I said, you got to be true to yourself, enjoy what you're doing, and enjoy the experience. And for me, a lot of that is community. Honestly, I meet so many good people through riding, through this, and all that kind of stuff that, and a lot of people that I meet through this, eventually, hopefully, ride with in the real world. And, it's all good times. It's all good times. You still have an hour and a half to wait. Yeah, I got a long ways to go before mine starts. Yeah, the pressure of doing these races is something I am balancing. Yeah, it's I'll be honest. I'll be quite frank with you guys. The ZRL doing 2 separate routes for these things was something. While I understand why they're doing it for that, for me producing recon videos, I was kind of well, do I almost made the decision just to make it for what I ride in. Ultimately, at the end of the day, it's because that other video, it cuts into the time. Like I said, sometimes I've got to ride a course, like the one coming up in basically 3 races from now. And there's complications from that too, like that course isn't available to actually ride yet. So that'll either be a late video, it will most likely be a late video. And that's just how it's gonna be. It's at the end of the day. And definitely the balance is something everybody's got to work out. I mean, the other part is that, winter is probably a better time to have that balance because ultimately, I've got less to do, which is good. I'm just going to stretch here a bit, guys, so I'll be off camera. Which is how these things kind of play out. So, it helps keep me motivated in winter, which is a good thing. Riding live streams keeps me motivated to race sometimes. You just have to figure out what works for you. it kind of plays into that conversation that Miguel had in his video the other day about discipline and stuff like that. Sometimes you need you need a little help to get where you're going. And I find YouTube does that a bit. It helps keep me honest where I might take a week or two off the bike. I tend not to do that as much anymore. Like, I mean, we still do it. Like, like when I travel, when I had all that stuff in Singapore and Malaysia, I just took time off ultimately, and that's fine. This next year, I think I am debating to ruin a video that's not going to be out for a bit. I'm probably going to race cross. Hey, Steph. I'm going to probably do a full season of cross next year. It's kind of the plan I have in my head. I've started training more specifically for cross coming up. So we may do an actual full season of cross this year, in hopes that I can break into the top. I want to say top quarter of riders here, which will be a challenge because everybody's way younger than me. I think as far as Masters goes, because I am Masters 55 plus, you know, we'll do okay in that part, but you know, generally speaking, you race against everybody. So you know, the funny thing is like I almost did a second race just to break top 50, because I did get UCI points for my my one cross race. Somebody on Zwift is like, who the hell streams Zwift? I do. Lots of people. If I got cyclocross in my age group, there are some heavy hitters. Well, that's the thing, Steph, is there is heavy hitters here in my age group, because most of the guys that are still riding at my age, they're all probably high up at some point or have worn the jersey at some point. We have an event that goes at night every year, and it's kind of it's still a sanctioned event, but it's an alternative, and everybody's kind of encouraged to wear jerseys, both current and old, and it's just like it is a schmoz of championship jerseys. Ex-world champs, national team members, sounds painful. It is. It's like, and that's the funny thing. It's like, I don't care how retired some of those guys are, like, or how out of shape they are still elite athletes. You know, granted, they've put some years on and maybe they don't train like they used to, but if they're still riding on any kind of regular basis, and even if they're not, they're just built different. Much different. That's just how it is. Like, that's like anything. It's former pro athletes are different beasts, even within their sports. Yes, I still beat Barry Bonds, but we weren't playing baseball. And you see, if we went and played baseball, Barry would smoke me. It's just like, you know, if anybody stepped in the ring with me, it would be, you know, I am a shell of what I used to be, but I mean, I'm still quick. For those of you that were in the Discord after my Malaysia-Singapore trip will remember the screenshots of something that happened there as well. Like, I mean, I can still move, and people tell me I'm still fast, but I'm not. Like, I can feel it. Like, I can feel a big difference. Hey, Ray. Nice racing earlier, man. Like, you were absolutely crushing those climbs. Crushing it. Ray was putting on a display today. What can I say? Caught as much as I could being at work. But, I hear you, Joe. It's old, your body's a traitor. It's like you remember a lot of things, but your body just doesn't react the way it is. I have like VHS tapes, and I have some like high 8. I need like a Sony high 8 digital camcorder to transfer some fights, because most of them are on that, but I don't have a camcorder for it. Somebody had a high 8, but it wasn't digital, so I guess it's a different format. Finding those things are quite hard. Oh yeah, I would love to see some of that footage again. It's, I mean, it's, I had better hair. I was the same, funny thing is, like, I was the same weight that I am now when I fought, but it was a completely different build, if that makes sense. It's, you know, there wasn't the jiggly bits we got now. Yeah, it's been a long time. Like, I mean, it's been, I think my last fight was probably about 23 years ago. The last time I was anywhere near a ring would have been whatever year Hurricane Katrina was. It's kind of the defining moment, because I had to fly into New York for Worlds, and we managed to get on a flight just before the hurricane hit, and then I walked around New York City because we were downtown. Trying to remember the name of the hotel, but they used to film that show Blue Bloods there, where they would have all their big dinners. Fancy hotel, but we fought at what is it, the Jarvis Convention Center. Boxing. It was boxing. I get recruited to help guys out every once in a while. While I am not a pure boxer, I have taken 2 boxers to Worlds, or been in their corner for Worlds. So, good fun. Got to hang out with Joe, Smoking Joe Fraser, you know, and his crew. He has quite the entourage. You know, it's an interesting world, definitely an interesting world. And it's interesting, like I said, because the hurricane thing, we landed and we got to the hotel, and then the hurricane rolled in, and then basically, you know, there was some wind damage and stuff like that, but the next day the streets in New York were empty. Like, we were the only one around, and we just kind of wandered around, took in the sights, went to see the fire station, the Ghostbusters fire station in New York City. And it's funny because New York PD had redeployed a bunch of their police, and they're like, hey, do you know blah, 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 like where I can find this? Like, I have no idea, like, we're just tourists. But they had been deployed from all sorts because they were scared of, there was going to be looting, and there was National Guard and Humvees driving around. That was about it for people. But like, the streets were empty. You could walk down the middle of the street. It was quite the experience, to say the least. It was a great way to see New York, I guess. You know, no crowds, no people, just walk around like you own the place. It's quite a memorable thing. You know, we're lucky that there was a couple like bodega type places that were open for food, because most places were kind of shut. Even like the hotel restaurant that we were in was shut down because I think one of the train lines had flooded or something like that, so the trains weren't running. Just like I said, a completely different experience at the end of the day. But yeah, that was the last time that I've been kind of anywhere near a ring, other than like I said, you know, like doing some appearance stuff, and you know, I'll still play around and have fun and, you know, kind of goof about, but those days are long behind me. But you know, it's funny, you miss the things like that too. You kind of crave to do those things, but you know, like, I mean, I know better. I know better than to do something stupid like go fight somebody at this age. It's just, it's never good. Like, I mean, all you have to do is look at something like, you know, I hate to say it, but Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, to see why you probably shouldn't get in the ring. Like, I think Tyson's an amazing fighter and stuff like that, and you know, like, I can understand why somebody would do something like that, but and you can see, you know, you could see why he was so good and still so good, but you can definitely tell, like, it's a different, he's a different person now. He's a different beast. I mean, I still wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of anything that he fell through with any kind of bad intention, but it's definitely a different sport. Yeah, I mean, like, I just, Jake Paul, for someone like myself, is, I don't like it. I know a lot of fighters don't like how he's kind of like injected himself into the sport. I would say at this point he is a decent journeyman fighter. Like, I mean, you can't have that much money and access to like the best trainers and all that kind of stuff and not be good if you have any kind of athletic base. But you know how he went about it, that's what most people don't appreciate. There is definitely the whole fix thing that goes around that. I mean, it's, you know, I mean, even look at legit sports. Like, look at like the problem they have in the NBA now. Like, I mean, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. You know, like we may joke about it with the Monday Mafia thing and all that kind of stuff, but like that's a real thing that happens, and there's a lot of money to be made in those kind of things, and that's just, you know, unfortunately the world that we live in. And you know, it's It's not good. Tyson for sure took a dive. Paul turned boxing. Well, you know, it's, I always used to say, I used to joke about it. I'm like, you know, what do you mean it's not real like wrestling? It's fake like boxing? Because there used to be a lot of boxing fight fixing. WWE is real. There you go. Oh, this is not a flat route we're racing today. Not at all. Not at all. I wish it was. 2 weeks from now is probably the best route for JD to do anything. And I was saying to Darren the other day when he was on that, you know, that's when the sprinters and punchers are going to inflict the damage for what's being done the last couple of weeks to them. What do I think of Jake Paul? He's a smart businessman. You know, it's he knows how to get attention and he knows how to make a spectacle, and he's made himself a rich man because of it. I mean, I don't know if you can blame somebody for using what's available to them to get themselves ahead. Like I said, I just know, you know, most fighters don't appreciate how he moved up. I mean, there's the guys that put in their time and do a lot of amateur stuff, and you know, there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears and hard work that goes in there. And I'm not saying the guy doesn't work hard to train, because you can't not. But like I said, he's not a terrible boxer now. When he started out, when he first fought Deji, which is KSI's brother, when KSI fought Logan Paul, that was kind of the inaugural event, was Jake Paul versus Deji and Logan Paul versus KSI. Logan Paul and KSI being kind of the premier of that kind of thing. They were the bigger ones, and Deji and Jake Paul are the younger brothers. With at that time were smaller followings. It was a spectacle, and it was terrible. And you know, all of them really couldn't fight, and they all would have gotten absolutely plowed if they had fought somebody real. And then, you know, it was sort of the who he picked to go in and fights and all that kind of stuff. It's, you know, it is what it is. Like, I mean, you know, without starting a big feud again, like, I mean, locally there was some stuff that happened back in the day with me, with somebody that organized some things, and I'm not going to say any names because that'll just, you know, the wrong person's listening, they'll draw up some bad blood, which I don't particularly need. But, you know, and I called them out on some stuff, and I had a fight with one of their boys, and wasn't the way that they wanted it to do. We ended up doing it in Vancouver, and it went the way that it went, which was me fighting a guy that was a light heavyweight when I was basically a middleweight, and fighting a guy that outweighed me by about 20 pounds. And then when he went nighty-night, nobody said anything about it again, and we don't really talk about it because nothing to be said. But that being said, is you can definitely protect your fighters from people that will end their careers early. You can definitely protect your fighters from people that will beat them. There is definitely a lot of people in the business that help navigate kind of how they're going to go and avoid people and stuff. It's a real thing. It is what it is. I can't remember what the result was. I had such terrible Netflix for that. I think Jake Paul won the Tyson fight. The Deji fight? I think Jake Paul won Deji. I think Jake Paul beat Deji. Deji, you know, Like, he was really kind of awkward. You know, KSI is definitely the better athlete out of the two brothers. It was just kind of a thing. It was a very YouTubey thing, that first fight. They were just doing it, and they got the attention, and that what drew it all. It's like, hey man, like, we're not even boxers, and we got all these people coming in, because at that time Logan Paul had went to Japan and he had poked some dead bodies in the suicide forest, and everybody hated him. So somebody just wanted to see him get his head knocked off his shoulders. So that, you know, the controversy there, you know, fueled a lot of the stuff. People just wanted to see KSI, and there was all the talking, and then, you know, they had Floyd Money Mayweather and Mayweather Sr. in there, and then, you know, the thing is with Floyd being a very rich man that loves money, he saw the potential, and that's why but I bet on Jake Paul losing this fight. Then who's he fighting now? I tried to ignore it as much as I can, because like I said, it's infuriating in a lot of ways. Ooh, now you're in for the ZRL? Nice. Nice. We're just noodling here. We're just noodling away. We still got like 45 minutes before we're at the start line. Well, like I said, you can't fault these guys for making, like, here's the thing. It's like, if you're in sports, your career is only going to last so long. I retired the first time at 30 from fighting, and it was very short-lived. It was about 6 months, and then somebody said something, and I'm just like, well, okay, whatever. And so I decided to go back in the ring. I wasn't going to go for national team. I went for the national team. I got on the national team. Yeah, you know, I wanted to hit up Worlds. At that point, I had a chip on my shoulder when I came out of retirement, and what happened was 9/11 happened, so I didn't end up going to Worlds, because Worlds was in Armenia, and then, you know, it was a big rigmarole, not a safe place to travel, yada, yada, yada. So Worlds never happened. Who I wanted at wasn't going to be there because, you know, they're from this side of the pond. I tried to get at them a different way. Schwarzenegger used to put on a thing in conjunction, kind of, I think, with his Olympia in Ohio. I called specifically. I wanted that person because he had said some things, and his handler wouldn't let me fight him. So there you go. Hey, Colin. Yeah, climb starts early this race, and the steepest part is yeah, it's that's the thing, Steph, is like when you start hitting, like when I hit 30, I want to say, like, I knew that my days, like my best days were behind me. Like, you know, I mean, obviously I was still on the national team, and, you know, 32 and stuff like that. I was still very capable and won fights, but it's like, you have to understand, like, I started off at 15 as a judoka. So I was in judo as well. So I was very much a mixed martial artist before mixed martial arts was cool, because I did judo, and then I did the kung fu and kickboxing. And so at the end of the day, you know, it was just, you know, like I said, I was, you know, when I started fighting like stand-up, you know, I would get fights against grown-ass men, and I was like 16, 17, 18 years old, and they would look at me like, who the hell's this kid? You know, like, oh, I'm just gonna smoke this kid. And then out of nowhere, you know, they were looking at, you know, the lights, you know, on the ceiling and wondering what happened. And that's what happens, man. It's a passing of the guard. Like, you only last so long. At some point, somebody's gonna punch your ticket. I don't care who you are. You know, somebody is going to, you know, end your day early, you know, or send you to the showers or whatever you want to call it. It's just, that's how it is. And, you know, sometimes it's a lucky punch. Sometimes it's just somebody's got that talent. Like, generational talent is going to find its way at any point, right? You know, like, if we want to compare it to cycling, let's take a look at Pogačar. Pogačar, like, he is a generational talent. He is going to be the top of the sport. But at some point, somebody is going to come out of nowhere and it's going to be like, his days are over, right? It's not what he was. You know, people will be like, oh, you know, I want to see Pogi, you know, one last tour, one last this. And he's not going to have it, you know? That's just how it is. Like, look at Mark Cavendish. Cavendish is such a premium example of this too. Like, it's, you know, Mark Cavendish is a phenomenal sprinter, right? But let's be honest, like, you know, he could take a stage. Like, he's still that good. But he's not winning it all, right? And that's why, coming back to do what he did, like, there had to be somebody willing to invest in that, knowing that they would get the publicity from it. And it's just like, you know, you gotta know that, you know, it's kind of like, hey, my time is good, you know, I had my time, now let's do this. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you can't, like, I don't care who you are. If you've done big things athletically or whatever it is, scientifically, or you've made your mark in these certain things, like, whatever it is, and even on a low-key basis, like, you know, you lost 40 pounds, or like, you've done something, right? Nobody can take that away from you ever, right? Because you did the work, and it's there, and it'll always be there. It doesn't matter. So, like, in a weird way, I guess I'm saying, like, you know, do what you want to do, you know, but, like, to the same extent, don't kill yourself doing it, right? There comes a time to realize that you've got your limitations, you know, and there's a time to kind of, like, maybe I will take a, you know, an extra hour, you know, or an extra rest day. You know, and that's hard sometimes. It's hard for myself. Like, sometimes I have a propensity to overtrain. It's just because I'm wired that way. That's what's happening with Chris Grooms right now. There you go. Yeah, it's hard, man. BMX Bandits on Tempest. Watch out, guys. There you go. So I'm thinking of taking up golf. You can play high level even when you're past your prime. Exactly. It's you know, I don't think anybody here in this conversation can say what you did 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, whatever those numbers are in increments is exactly the same, because your life changes and it evolves, and you evolve with it. So if you take up golf, all the power to you. If you love golf, do it, man. Like, it's all good. I'm in my 30s and happy to wake up. That doesn't go away, Colin. It doesn't go away. It gets worse. Your body's a traitor. It's a complete traitor.
Go, JD. Good day.
My key point is like,
It's
do what you
John
love,
Stuckin,
enjoy what
but
you are,
good
enjoy your
day.
life, have fun, have a good laugh. Don't take things too seriously, but take them seriously enough, you know, and just have a good time. You know, for me, if ever, you know, like I said, getting back to fighting, if I ever get the fight bug, then it's like, I go find somebody and I train them. That's it, you know. I have trained 2 North American champs, 7 national champs. You know, I've had guys medal at Worlds. It's all good. It's all good. Just as your days are on earth, so shall your strength be. There you go. Yeah, it's just, like I said, there's always something that you can do or something you can get into, or, you know. Like at some point, I'll probably paint Warhammer figures instead of just watching other people do it. There you go, and that's the thing, Colin, is like, that's perfect. It doesn't have to be complicated. Hey, Darren, you know, it's just what makes you happy. Like that's the key of life. Do what makes you happy, whatever that may be. And try not to sweat the other stuff. It's just like, it's only so much you can control. I could play Rocket League, or you could play Fortnite, because it's Simpsons. I tell you, man, those 14-year-old kids, they are nasty trash talkers. Old men like me get schooled by the young reflexes in games such as that. Very strange hobbies out there. What's the strange hobbies? The Fortnite or the Warhammer? See, I love art and I love design, and you know, like I said, I've had a multifaceted life. You know, I was a tattoo artist for a very long time. I love artwork. I love being creative. You know, Giger, set design, like working on movies, all those kind of things. So like, I like the visual aspect of it. My kids play that a decent amount. Fortnite, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. I have a nephew that when he saw I played Fortnite, I think it immediately became uncool. Tried Fortnite once, yelled at a kid. I had to rethink life. Yeah, if it's, you know, if it's upsetting you, it's probably not a good hobby. And like I said, there are some great trash talking kids. And they're speaking a language these days that I don't get. And that's okay. I have to ask my nephew every once in a while. Chess is good. Chess is always fun. I used to play it a lot as a kid. I used to play with my grandfather. I have an old chessboard that him and I used to play on. I play with my nephews every once in a while when they come to visit, but that's about it. And, I am absolutely pissed. Oh no. You didn't get the Peter Twite treatment in the Zwift forum, did you, Darren? That's not what's happening here. Well, that's the hard thing. That's the hard thing with racing, man. Like we were saying earlier, it's like if you're not dictating the pace, it gets tough. Ah, there we go. See, things like that can be therapeutic, like soldering. Philosophy, so you're reading a ton of books, Alex? That's awesome. I just added rear buttons to them. Oh, you do woodwork? That's awesome too. That's an expensive hobby too, where you need a lot of space. I mean, I would love a wood shop, but I just don't have the space. 5 minutes, 4 point, nice. Whew, that's high, man. I am in .50 RPMs. I'm in like Biggie, almost Biggie. I'm on the upper end of the cassette on the big ring, just kind of spinning. I'm only doing like 58 RPMs. Like I said, it's just a little walk in the park. My heart rate's like not even 90s, so. Protect your neck. We gotta be close to the next level on this bike. B1 is a dead zone. That's ZRL, man. Like, I don't care what division you're in. Like, there are always hitters. Like, there are always better people. That's just how it is. Like, if you're in B1, you're basically racing A's. If you're in C1, you're basically racing B's. You know, it's if you're in A, you're probably just getting tuned by pros with fake names. That's just how I see it. Oh, nice, nice. The Cadex. I got to work on the Athos, I think. Like I said, it's going to be between this BMX bike. We'll get that leveled, and then I'll do the Atomic Cruiser. And then we'll start working on the... Yeah, I know they've done the division of stuff. But like I said, if you're sitting on the tip of the spear in any of those divisions, the guys that are the top guys are basically the low end, maybe, or even higher, of said group, right? So B1, you're basically racing A's. Apparently, I now have TikTok live access, and they won't give me a stream key, so whatever. All 3, and it's a rocket launcher. There you go. Yeah, but you're a different beast, Steph. Like you got that long sustained power. Like you probably have your endurance is probably like no other. I don't know how you're in Cat C, Colin. I have no idea how you're there. I am Cat C, and you would be happy to be in Cat C. I'm quite fine being in Cat C. I just wish I was a little higher up than I was. It's always nice to, like I said, it's nice to be the tip of the spear if you're that guy. But generally, if you're winning all the time, you should move up. All right, talk among yourselves. I'm gonna quickly go to the washroom here. I think we got like just over half an hour before we go. If Miguel hadn't said anything, I'd be like, "Well, what's happening? Why am I not in the race yet?" It's because you're confused all the time, old man. I just took a look outside and it is snowing. It could be my outdoor riding season over. Which makes me kind of sad. But I mean, to make it to, what is it, the 18th today? Is it the 18th? The 18th. That's unheard of here. Development teams have a cap. Well, don't technically all the teams have a cap? Like, you should see where we're at here. Oh, no, we've still got ways to go. Way to go. So about this JD guy, what about him? I heard he's an idiot. What are we talking about? I don't understand the development thing or the other category. I don't either. Just like, put me on a bike, I'll pedal. "76 Fahrenheit here. If I was good at conversions, I would know what that means. I like to rock a solid 2.6. I like a good 50 watts. I gotta save my energy. I've been riding for an hour and 10 minutes. Like, we're just chilling. We're just chit chat. This is like Sunday, go for ice cream, give zero fucks kind of ride right now. I tell you, as I mentioned, we have like strict diet right now for protein, but yesterday was protein ice cream day. Like, whoa, man, protein ice cream is so good. My big sinful day of protein ice cream. 0.6 is zone 2 power and zone 1 heart rate. Nice. I'm so me because that's all I've got in me. That's usually how it works. You're in the category in which you can sustain the highest possible. I can see you, Joe. This is probably the slowest ride you have ever done, Joe. And I'm not even doing a watt a kilo here. It's funny, you can see between my 90-day PR, which is 11:30, and this, which is like 21 minutes, what a difference is when you actually work. And I probably wasn't working that hard. I often get comments in races about my low heart rate compared to the power output. Some guys. But that's the thing too, is like, as you get older, your heart rate gets lower and your ceiling is much lower at the end of the day. Like I look up sometimes and I see guys that are like pushing 190 some beats a minute, and I'm just like, oh, like that's a hospital trip. It would be funny actually to throw an e-bike on a trainer and go for a race. I don't know if you guys saw, there was a Zwift Insider post. They've got that new, I think it was what, the Prestige series, where they're gonna have basically prize money on the podiums, which is interesting. You're also going to have dual power meters, which, I mean, obviously if you're racing that kind of level, you probably got them anyways, but they're also looking at entry fees, like $12 entry fees. 180 is the max now. I like money. We all like money. Only 29 minutes to the race. Way too much of a warm-up. You know what? I'm gonna grab a bar. A bar. And then we'll do the syrup shot anyways. If you're watching this on replay, do not prep for a race like this. Not how you do it. This is true. I'm glad it's 2, not 3. Ouch. Colin's just throwing daggers. This is a white chocolate macadamia nut Cliff Bar. I buy whatever's cheap. It's the rule. I will get dropped on the first climb, Alex. Oh, it's all good, Colin. It's all good. I'm just teasing, man. Say whatever you like. I got thick skin. That's what it takes to warm up these old bones. See, your mistake, Colin, is you think I have a heart. There is no heart to warm up. Airhead candies, it's a good buy. The difference is when you're on the bike though, like there's no point buying gels if you're not racing like and eating during a race, because the thing is with the gels is you just basically get it down fast. Like, there are guys that, like, the moment that you go and you reach into a jersey pocket, they'll take off. So you got to get things down fast. And that's what gels do. It's like easy deployment. Hey, Curtis. My heart has an irregular heartbeat. Really? And that stuff can be scary. My wife had tachycardia, which was hard to diagnose because they thought she was having panic attacks when it was actually her heart. But thanks to modern devices like the Apple Watch and the Fourth Frontier and stuff, we're able to do it. Miguel is live, so if you want to see multi-streams, you have both of us going. Had it since you were a kid. Well, at least you're aware of it. I mean, that's a big part of it, is understanding what you have and, you know, if there's any limitations or problems associated with that. I assume there isn't, because you were an endurance runner before, were you not, if I'm not mistaken? So, but yeah, it's always good to keep track of those things, especially as you get older. I have 2 laps. Miguel has 3. Nice, nice. I thought so. See, things do stick in this old head. No, no. No, and shift work probably doesn't help it either. I mean, you know, I assume there's always got to be somebody up at the house to a degree. Oh, you got 3 too, Joe? Ugh. Yeah, well, now's the time to do it. Like Black Friday is the time to do it. Cliff, because they got bought out by some big super corp, their prices went up, so I don't buy them anymore. It's got to be under $1 a bar. It's got to be cheap. The Zwift Power Nemesis. I swear that everybody that's in the chat that races with me is my nemesis. In that, if I really look. All right. Thanks for dropping in, Steph. Appreciate it, my man. I do buy in bulk. I buy the box. Cliff bars and Lara bars tend to be pricey. I just mix a ton of Gatorade powder in my water. Yeah, I don't use Gatorade. I like, and I mean obviously they're my sponsor, but BioSteel is what I use. Just because the electrolytes and helps with the cramps. I find it's a lot better kind of quality than things like PowerAid or Gatorade or anything like that. And it's all good. It's all good stuff. But yeah, it's usually Amazon or Walmart specials that when they dip down, I'll buy boxes of them and then store up. Random thing I found out today, CapCut was bought by the same company that owns TikTok. Not a surprise, I thought. I think they were a derivative company to begin with. Like, I think they were in the same ballpark, but acquisitions like that are not uncommon. A lot of social media platforms will buy all sorts of stuff. You know, something like CapCut as well, extremely useful, like to integrate into their own software, right? So if they have proprietary stuff, it's probably why they're doing it. I mean, CapCut's, it was good as a cheap, free program to do stuff. Just put it together today. It's hard to keep up with that stuff. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes on. Like, you know, there's all sorts of companies that come and go. Like, you know, I was on a platform for a while, VidMe, and some other ones that, you know, early on paid to be there kind of thing. And, you know, they hope to be the next YouTube, the next TikTok, but it is what it is. Social media is a funny business, and there's a lot of venture capital that goes out into those realms. Got 18 minutes to go. At some point, I will probably have teammates in my chat here, at which case I will start ignoring you guys. So don't take it personally. That's just how it is. All right, Colin, you have a good one. Enjoy your dinner. Try not to play too much Rocket League. Or I guess maybe playing a lot of Rocket League is a good thing, means that you're not busy. This is probably the slowest 30 kilometers I've ever done in my life. It's gonna take me forever to upgrade this bike if this is how slow I ride the damn thing. It's funny, I was riding around on it on Sunday. I did my trainer road workout on it. And probably ripping around at like close to 40 on it. Which is funny. The speed of those Bromptons too the other day. Like hitting 45, almost 50K on a Brompton. I don't think I'd want to do that in real life. I don't think I'd want to ride that bike that fast. I can't see it being the most stable ride at those speeds. But then again, I could be wrong. I've never really... Has anybody ridden a Brompton? Anybody own a Brompton? Like a real one? I've seen them. Like I said, we got the Brompton League here that does a ton of rides, and they'll go out and they'll do like long distance rides on those things. Just seems really weird because they got such small wheels. Like they just can't be that fast. Great for commuting, but not so great for speed. That, and they just seem ridiculously like the seat post. It just seems like it's all seat post. All right, just gonna stretch out a bit again. It's like the longest warm-up ever. The longest, most boring. Tell you that this piriformis muscle is just one thing I'm always paranoid about. Ever since I tore it. Not a fun injury. Don't wish it on anybody. Took me like 3 months to get back to what it was at the end of the day. I can talk about fighting stuff all day long. I just ask some people. Sometimes when I get going, I'm hard to shut up. It's those are definitely glory days kind of things. You know, it was a lot of fun. A lot of work. Like, I mean, when you fight like that, your whole life revolves around fighting. It's crazy. Like everything you do revolves around it. Everything you eat, everything. It's just. And it's like train hard, sleep. It's kind of it. Stay out of trouble. Man, an hour and a half to do 30K. So slow. It's going to be an interesting race though. Like the climb starts early on. It's a big percentage. Good luck to you as well, Miguel. Like I said, we're going to come visit you after we're all done here. Hey, Dave. Thank you, thank you. All right, best of luck, Joe. Hope you have a good race. I should probably do the same thing. Switch bikes, and I think we're going to do the SL8. I think we're going to do the, I want to say the NV Pros. I know I had said the DTs, and it's kind of a toss-up. Like what it, oh my God. Massive downhill in Tempest, it just takes you forever to stop. And I have the brakes disabled, so. Because I think my brakes are constantly on, because I bought these controllers used. So we're going SL8. Initially I was going to go Pinarello Dogma. And I think we're going to go with the NV Pros. So I'm going to give a little bit up in the flat, but it's not necessarily, I guess the risk here is if I get dropped, like I need to push on the flat, but I mean, I'll probably just find a group and go. Like, I have there is no chance of me finishing anything other than mid-pack here. I know the Zwift predictor was saying 12th, but like that's not realistic. The thing is the NVs give you that little bit bonus on the climb. Same with the SL8. I think it's about 5 seconds difference, 6 seconds difference on the climb, but it's also that on the flat. Like I said, I'm not always worried about the flat so much as I am the climb. You know, if I'm connected on the climb, I'm in a good spot. So the longer I can stay connected with the group, the better.
All right, JD, this one's for you. Go, JD. Go, JD. Fill this piano with some TNT. Go, JD. Go, JD. Everybody now, come on. Go, JD. Go JD, fill this piano with some TNT.
My stuff not working? What's going on here? Testing. Testing. Testing, testing. No, it's not working. That's not good. There we go. We got there we go. All right. JD's breathing sleep aid there. I do the same thing, except I do it with Sam Sulik. I listen to his car talks. They put me to sleep. For anybody that knows who Sam Sulik is. Don't worry, the heavy breathing will start in about 5 minutes and 40 seconds. I hope that's a good thing. Oh, it's gonna be crazy. I got no teammates in the chat, weirdly enough. I think we've just all come to the realization that we're just gonna suffer and do it in silence. All right, Dave. Best of luck, my man. Oh, why does it have to be climbing? Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, I see teammates in the pen. That's a good sign. See, and that's awesome, MK. That is awesome. Tron ruined my brain. I'm picturing tiny NPCs who have to remove all bike turbos. Nice. I haven't watched the new one yet. It's on the to-do list. And that was a great childhood film, Tron. I was like so pumped for when that came out. And I used to love the old arcade game with the light cycles. Thanks, Ethan. Appreciate it. I guess there's nobody chatting tonight in Discord, weirdly enough. So weird. Hey, how's it going? I expect to get dropped on the first climb, so. No, and this climb is like, it starts early, right? So, and it's steep fast, so. Yeah, no, it's not going to be any more kind. I mean, I guess the nice part is it's mostly steep at the beginning and then kind of eases up towards the top, if you want to call it that. Have fun. Let's hope. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Take her easy. All right, almost go time. Almost go time. No backing out now. Wee. That kid coming in the front. Yee-claw! It's not.
Thanks, MK. That was brutal. Oh. I know, Dave.
awful. That's true. That is true, MK. See, if the whole race was like this, I'd be fine. But it's not. The group's kind of bitching because the lead group's only 30 seconds ahead, but nobody wants to pull. But that's because I'm not a climber, and I got teammates up front, so I don't want to pull people back and finish worse than I'm already going to finish. Bad racing. Bad racing. There is a breakaway though, looks like. One solo way out front. 47 seconds. Whee! Here we go. Chit chatter stop because everybody's getting ready to dig in. Wow, I did not expect to get the tuck the whole way. This is huge watt savings. They're doing like 6 watts to try to catch.
JD, this one's for you. Go JD, go JD. Feel the piano with some TNT. Go JD, go JD. Everybody now, come on! Go JD, go JD. Feel the piano with some TNT.
Hey. Whew. Oh, that was brutal. Yeah. Oh, that was hard. Way too hard. What do we have? 15th, 16th. And then 32, 35. I got two more, I think. Oh, I'm so glad the climate stages are done. Whew. Well, except for the last one. The last one's going to have a, from what I can tell with the little crappy map, because they don't have the course in Zwift yet, is it's going to finish on the reverse KOM, the glass roads. So, but it's a race around, and then that's the climax. It's going to be brutal. All I'm waiting for is Glasgow. Glasgow, the crit. That's where I'm going to enact my revenge on all these lightweights. I am punching that Clyde kicker every lap, every lap. I don't care who gets punished. It's going to be 800, 900 watts up that thing every single lap. That's assuming that, but the problem is that because it's a points race, that first sprint is like, guys go full gas out of the pen. So it's like, so normally you take it easy and then you hit the Clyde and then you like gun it. But because of that thing, like people are gonna, guys that maybe are not like true crit guys will probably sell the farm to get like early points and then just like, yeah. But it's just gonna kick up the pace, right? So I'm just gonna try to follow the first one and then maybe after a lap or two settle in and then repeatedly smash and smash and smash and smash and smash. See, I just can't do long sustained effort. 15 seconds, I'm good. Yeah, give me time to recover, I'll do it again. I'll do it over and over and over and over again. but holds like 300 watt or 6-7 minutes. Like, screw that. Yeah, well, that's because I'm a sprinter and nothing else, right? Like, it's I'll sit in the draft all day long and I'll do nothing, and then, you know, like I said, like, punch once a lap and then, you know, rest for the rest of the time. Like, fine, do it repeatedly, but long sustained efforts, like, that's how I get killed. Yeah. Yeah. Have a good one, man. Oh boy, guys. Whew. Thanks, Ethan. Appreciate it. Yeah, no, that's I was all in on that second climb, though, I tell you. All in. Why are we going through one speaker here? Who knows? Looks like I've only got audio going through one track. Sorry about that, guys. Should be going through two. Should be going through two, but it's not what we've done. Oh, thanks, MK. Yeah, no, that second time up, I was all in for whatever it was. That was nuts. That was nuts. There we go. Weird. I must have had my levels kind of weird. I'm gonna have to work on that later. Not forget. Yeah, I was surprised, and man, like, I was so thankful that I got to, like, cruise down that. Thanks, King Classy. You have a good night too, man. Like, going down, like, I thought for sure somebody would push over the top. But I think I broke up that group a little bit, which was nice. Pushing over the top, like, that was the plan, was to get the recovery in, then push to the front, and then get as much rest as I could, and then just let it go. And, you know, it started stretching out, and then there was a second I thought they were catching up. I put the anvil on, and then it started spreading out again, which was good. I mean, you can see the power numbers behind. I'm looking at my average 230, 20 minute 219, 210. 1 minute was like 372. So it's a long effort. Long effort. Oh. So Thursday we're doing rhinos. Come join me for that. Other than that, we're gonna end things here. Miguel might still be on course, so the video or this will send you over there. So catch the last little bit of his if he is not finished already. Appreciate it, guys. If you haven't done so already, please like. Thanks everybody sticking around. King Clancy, MK, Ethan, Joel, all you guys for sticking on, and everybody that was in earlier. Appreciate it. Thanks for all the support. Again, we will catch you all later. See ya.